Raegan, looked like you were trying to call a timeout there. You get a kind of explanation?
Well, when they made the shot, I wasn't wanting the timeout. I wanted Taylor to be able to push and attack, and if I felt like she was going to be able to get to the rim, I wasn't going to call a timeout. But on the shot, I saw that there was still 2 seconds left. I was hoping we could get a timeout. But the ref made the right call at the end there, that it is a loose ball situation, so that there can't be a timeout. But, you know, there's nobody I'd rather see have the ball in their hands at the end of the game situation like that. And Taylor did a great job advancing the ball quickly, and us not hanging our head when they get a shot there.
Do you think there should have been a call one way or another on her shot?
I'm just not going to comment on the officiating. I think the officials do the best job that they can with that first look and the only look that they get. So, you know, the ball's in their court. They get to make that decision.
Taylor, were you happy with the shot there that you were attempting there at the end, or what do you think of the contact also?
I mean, I was looking for the contact, but I mean, it went how it went. So.
Taylor, it did look like once they made it, there wasn't any hesitation on your part. Did you consider like whether you guys wanted a timeout or you were just getting go?
No, I just went and I saw a couple of them celebrating, obviously, but it was a good shot, and I just didn't have any hesitation. It was just going to push and try and get a creative foul or get a good shot, and you know, went the way it went.
Raegan, in hindsight, do you call a timeout immediately after?
No, you don't call a timeout there with 5 seconds left, and you've got a player like her who was open to get the ball. Mo knew that she was going to be inbounding the ball if there was a made shot, and if she couldn't get it in, that she could call a timeout. But again, I couldn't have drawn up a play better to get Taylor open with space and to use her speed. And Taylor's experience right there, you've got to trust it.
Can you talk about the constant back and forth between the two teams there down the stretch? What was that like?
Well, they're very good. I mean, it's something our team talked about throughout the week. They're better than their record. They played against 4 of their 9 losses this year, come against teams that are ranked. And the other 2 were Pac-12 teams, USC being one of them. So we're both very competitive with each other as programs, and I think they're an excellent team. They've got an incredible post presence inside. And I'm just really, really proud of our team and how they battled. They really competed, and they did it the Bulldog way, the way that we asked for them to do it. And, you know, just always representing their institution with a lot of grace. And I'm really proud of our team.
You see the possibility, looking down the road, facing them in the tournament?
Who knows? I know we're going to play them again in the regular season, but in the conference tournament, who knows how that works out.
Coach, can you comment on the discipline and how important it is to stay out of foul trouble, especially in the second half with the technical and all that?
Well, I do feel like we stayed out of foul trouble. I mean, we didn't have anybody with 4. But, you know, I think that technical situation was, it took them a long time to get that figured out. And I think that was a little bit of a momentum killer for us. We were, you know, trying to get it back. We were doing a lot of things well that we needed to. But the amount of time that it takes sometimes for officials is quite a long time to get that figured out.
Taylor, you have another 40-minute game. What can you say about your endurance in the game and being able to stay up for so long?
I mean, I just do what the team needs me to do, and if I need to be out there for 40 minutes, then I need to be out there for 40 minutes. I feel like I would tell her if I was so tired I wouldn't be able to compete for my teammates in the way that I should, but I was able to do that today, and that's because in the past, you know, we've had players step up in other games, so it's not just me, it's everyone else.
Coach, you guys missed your first 9 shots in the second half. What do you think of those shots? Were you okay with those selections?
Yeah,
there?
I think they were good shots. They were, for the most part, I'd have to go back and look at them more closely and specifically, but you know, I feel like 3s are a great shot for us. I know we took some 3s. We had some at the basket opportunities that didn't fall down. And, you know, we shot the lights out in the first half. And so you're going to hit some points, but you got to keep fighting through that and stay confident.
Coach, is this good experience for you guys to have a tight game and a situation where you need to call timeouts and discuss things in the final
Yeah,
minute like that?
I think so. Every game is an opportunity for us to grow and to get better, and I think this was a good experience for us. And I think really this conference right now is playing out as we expected. It's cutthroat. Any team can beat any team, top to bottom, and I think you've just got to stay focused game by game. You got to keep looking at your teammates and your team in the eyes, and know that you're preparing well, that you are prepared, that you're going to go out and give everything you got.
Coach, you mentioned the post presence for San Diego State, and I know the points in the paint, maybe the disparity is not as surprising, but in the second half, do you feel like you did well against that rebounding? You seemed like maybe rebounded a little better in the first half than maybe you did in the second.
Well, we probably rebounded better in the first half because we got some O boards, and I think we also forced them into a few more misses, which allowed us to get D boards. But they just shot. Their field goal percentage, 50% for the game, is really high, and for what we want to be giving up. So it's rebounding's important. We went zone in the second half, and it's always a little bit harder to rebound in that zone. And I just feel like our girls, again, I'm really proud of how they battled.
The basket that San Diego State takes the lead, their final basket there, I don't know if it's her form, but it kind of looks like you guys maybe had a hand on that shot.
We did contest it. She
Okay.
hit a tough shot. She hit a really tough shot. She had a closeout read, and she got the catch on the three-point line, and she attacked our feet. And we had some baseline help that rotated, and she had it contested, and she hit a tough shot.
Is that what you were kind of forcing or hoping that they would take that type of shot? Or?
Well, any contested shot, if you're going to give up a shot, it needs to be contested. So, of course, and I know, and I just watched it on my computer, and I saw two girls executing our game plan defensively and getting to a contest, and that girl, she hit a good shot.
What's kind of the lesson you guys think you would take from this, both, if you could both answer this?
The lesson. Well, I think in general the momentum's important. Momentum's definitely important, and how to get it back. There's things that happen that are totally out of your control, like the technical situation, and some things that we can learn from, and how to get that back better. And I think also just you can show a team on film, but when you get on the floor, you get to see just really how dominant their post players are, how physical they are, and I think we're going to be mentally a little bit more prepared for that in the second round.
Taylor, in your eyes for the entire game, can you talk about maybe what the difference was offensively from the first half when things were going well, and then second half when maybe you guys had a couple point-blank shots that didn't really go through late in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I still think we got good shots in the second half. They just weren't falling like they were in the first half. And when your shots aren't falling, it's kind of hard to keep up with the team. But I think we did fine. We missed some shots that we should have made. We missed some rebounds we should have got, but that's going to happen. And we just have to take this loss, and know what we need to do next time.